Welcome, precious souls. Here we are again in my space. I've got miles and miles of shoveling to do for too long and a few hundred other things on my list. But before I do that, let's just do a little snoopty-doop and see what the cards have to say. Let's ask our higher selves, our guardian angels, our wonderful super-de-duper holy. Wow, I'm so amazed that I've got them for a team, spirit team. And let's see what we need to know today. I hope you're having fun on this little journey called life. That's what it's all about. No matter what comes at you, keep your spirits high. Ooh, intensity. Coming out of a difficult place and moving fast forward. I feel like definitely we've come out of this this really big, it's almost like a breakthrough or something. And now our full intensity is on what lies ahead, because what I'm getting is this almost like, although I have a real problem with people and their, horse races and all the animal stuff and everything like that, but, or maybe let's say even like a bull, when they like hold them back in a gate and then they finally let them go. That's what this feels like being held back in a gate for so long, poked and prodded and really taunted, and then all of a sudden let us go. And this is the level of intensity I'm feeling off this card. Like, it's go time. I've been sitting watching it, what I want for the longest time. Now I'm going after it. It's going to have a whole lot to do with what we learned while we were behind the gates, right? We were sitting there stewing over what it is we wanted, how we wanted to get it out there. When we get out there, we stewed and stewed and stewed and really refined it. And in that time, it's everything was refined. Okay, instead of coming out all sloppy and everything, it was kind of given the time to ferment, if you will. Okay, to create the best version that this is going to be put out, and it was like being forced to sit and really focus on what is it clearly you want. How do you want to deliver this or bring this out? And it's got a lot to do with what's inside, and it's just ready to come out shining because it's been locked up for so long, okay? Remember, sometimes you have to be given situations of lack or the inability to do what you want so that you can really appreciate it and taste it when the gates are open and you're allowed to just go at her, okay? All right, so while one was stewing behind these doors, the gate, you had a chance to reflect on different things that you were once comparing, which path to take, which people you wanted in that space, what you wanted to kind of put out there. You had a chance to reflect on all this. And although there's no real comparison, when there's two options in front of you, each of them can serve their own purpose. They'll take you down this path or this path, right? Either way, we're going to end up where we need to go. It's just how long are we going to take to get there? But in that space, when you were being forced to sit and really focus and think, instead of overthinking, but like really stop and feel what it is that was calling you, which one felt like it was, you couldn't wait to get out to get to that path. That's why you were given that time. So there's no real comparison. You discovered something in that space where you were being held back that really sang to your heart. It was your heart song. It called you more to another path, one that felt more fulfilling, one that wasn't such a struggle. Perhaps it wasn't so rough around the edges, and you could see that this one was the obvious choice. If there were a choice to be made, this is how you were going to do it when you were finally allowed out. And then Jailkeeper came, jingled the keys, and said, "Congratulations, you get to be free. Go do your thing." And now it's like this piss and vinegar coming out, like, yes, okay? So now, don't allow the exhilaration of being free and the frantic, don't go back into old patterns, guys. Don't go back into the old patterns where it's like, well, actually, maybe I'll just do it all, or maybe I'll go down that other road just because it's what's familiar. Focus on one thing at a time. Now that you've got this freedom after being pinned up for so long, you're going to be challenged to stay the course. Stick with the plan that you had when you were thirsting for this freedom. Don't go all willy-nilly, if that's a thing, and saying, "Oh, well, I'm free," I'm making up for lost time. Deal with one thing at a time, because right in front of you, because you took the time to go through the growing pains, you don't want to have to go through that again, okay? Remain consistent on what these beautiful epiphanies you had while you were in that space, and stick to the plan, okay? 1 minute at a time, because each moment, what is needed to facilitate the success of that beautiful plan that you came to the conclusion was going to be best for you is going to be delivered, because you were manifesting back there. So if you go diving down all these different paths, everything is that you manifested then is going to come in front of you, and it's going to be like, what? And it's not. So stay the course, okay? You will know when it's time to veer off that and change it to another direction. But you will only know it by remaining in the fullest in each moment, because your angels are guiding you now. You did the work. Do not self-sabotage now. That's a lesson for somebody. Somebody self-sabotages every time things, yeah, okay, I'll be the hard ass that tells you that. Tough love, because I love you that much. Don't self-sabotage like before. Okay? You sabotaged a lot of your happiness based on old beliefs and based on, this is too good to be true. This couldn't possibly be real. Not for me, right? Remember, you deserve the best. That's why you're here. You've got a purpose. Why would the universe juggle you and give you false hope when it's something that you need to be your best at anyways to serve the universe? Your higher self, your future self is not going to throw you off unless there's something very, very important that you needed to learn, which are these tower moments that crop up, which put you in that so-called prison, okay? You were tied back. You were held back because you had a tower moment. That was a tower moment. It was to make you appreciate and understand and really give feeling and thought to what you wanted. So these tower moments come for a reason. And now that you're seeing, after each tower moment, if we take the lesson out of it and dig ourselves out of the mess we made and see it for what it is, which is probably some lifelong lesson that we've avoided, then we're allowed the intensity, because we can be trusted that our head is on straight and our heart is in alignment to go the course, okay? Oh yeah, there's a lot of happiness in alignment with you. The plan that you made. The plan that you made, they released you from this gate once they knew you had the right answer. Bing, 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 happiest home. Happy, you might have a home situation. Maybe you're changing homes. Definitely now with the plan that you came to the conclusion, which was really, it came down to you choosing you, okay? Let's look at that plan, the one that you chose. You were getting tired of being screwed over. You're getting tired. Now you brought it on yourself. There's a whole lot about accountability in everybody's life. They got to learn. Empower yourself. You made the poor choices. You allowed that person to treat you that way. You had something to learn also. In every single conflict in this world, we can never point the finger at someone else and say, you did that. Yeah, and I can say that honestly. And I don't think I'm taking the grievances out of the crap that we've been through. No one has a right to be abused or harmed in any way, okay? And I speak from experience. But you've got to take ownership, as I did, and accountability that I allowed that to happen. Why? Because I needed to learn to love myself. I needed to create healthy boundaries. I needed to learn when to say, enough's enough. I need to step back. You're not showing up the way I need you. I need to choose me and take care of myself and reparent that inner child of mine and say, enough's enough. I'm stepping back and I'm going to guard my energy until the right person shows up in the right amount of healing, that they did the work, okay? That's what being held in that box was. You were being forced to heal and first acknowledge that you had wounds, inner wounds that needed healing. Then do the work to really reflect on it. Also see not only your perception, but the perspective of everybody concerned. Because just as much as you've got a strong viewpoint, if you can't put yourself in the other person's shoes, and instead of attacking them and saying, you did this to me, you did this, therefore you should pay, you have to look at everybody in absolute fairness, because they are a point of us, okay? A point of you. It's their point of you. Everybody we're all connected. We all are aspects of each other. So although they might have acted maliciously, they may have acted very unhealed. Whatever it is, they did you a true justice. Yeah, you have to look deeper, get past the ego. They did you a justice by reflecting to you those parts of you that were unhealed enough to allow that to continue, to allow yourself to feel triggered, okay? Don't destroy the messenger. I get these direct, man. I've got a direct line to God, okay? I'm just telling you what you need to hear, sweetie, okay? So, you did all that. You're in alignment with a happy home life. This could be anything from, it could be finding your soulmate. All the right people are going to align in your life now. Say, if you stay the course and don't jet back into these old ways, because you're going to be tested. Come on, you know there's always some tests after the tower moment. It's like, have you learned? I'm going to release you from the gates. Let's see what you do. Are you going to learn? It's definitely an end to something very heavy you've been dealing with, okay? A big cycle. This was a big cycle you went through, and it involved the lessons that you had to learn. So they're saying, allow that part of your ego to pass on, to be let go with peace. Rest in peace, old broken parts, okay? Send it to the wreckers, because you're onto something beautiful now, and you don't need to relive that that lesson again. It's over and done with. Just don't repeat the same mistakes. We don't want another tower moment, right? What do I have here? Sorry. Yes. Okay, so you're on to a brand new cycle, a new phase of your life. It involves a lot of recognition. You are going to use all of your inner gifts and finally be recognized. Okay? You're finally going to be recognized. Big celebration. Now, this was also a deep-rooted, I'm getting, this will be for some of you, this was also a really deep-rooted, injured child lesson to learn, because all of your life you felt like no one would listen to you. Thank you, Spirit. You felt like no one would listen to you because you were young. There, little one. Meanwhile, you had the wisdom of the whole entire creator universe going through you because you're gifted and you know this, but no one would take you serious. Oh, there, that's nice. And then you'd watch their whole world crumble because they wouldn't listen. And still they wouldn't recognize that, gosh, you know, that person had the answers. Your entire life has been spent like this, going, why won't someone just recognize and listen to me? They say I'm too young. They say I'm too old. They say I'm just crazy. They say there's no value in her opinion. She doesn't know. He doesn't know. Okay, this is one of the wounds that you needed to heal. This is one of the ones it's an ugly one too. It hurts so bad to spend your entire life never being recognized for your true value. Sunshine, you are about to be recognized now. Full steam ahead, okay? So please remember what you learned while you're in the little box. Remember now that you're going to be seeing a lot of people fall because they didn't take your guidance. They didn't take your wisdom. They just said, oh, look, you got off the deep end again. Look at you. You think you know so much. That's because, let's face it, not all that long ago, you got a little cocky, right? A little cocky because you knew you had grown so much. You thought, well, now I know everything. Everybody needs to listen to me. I need to save the world. Listen to me. I'm going to stuff this down your throat, almost like dogmatic, you know, and you did it out of love. But you also did it from a part of you that still needed to learn that we have to let go of the ego. We can't force people to listen, and that's okay. If you step forward and offer guidance, you have to, again, you don't have to. This is a choice, but remaining in a place of absolute detachment. It doesn't make you cold, but it's saying, I'm giving you all I can, which is my wisdom and experience. You can choose to take it or not. You may have to go around a whole bunch of cycles to learn or watch your world crumble and go through the tower. That's not up to me. I'm not the one in charge. You have free will, and I respect your decisions no matter what. I'm not going to try to fit it into some box that works for me or my ego. Here's the information. Take it or leave it. And I hope you do well. And that's the part of the lesson that you needed to learn, okay? Is that it's okay to operate in a sense of detachment. Not clinging, not needing to save the world, not realizing when to let it go because you're just like destroying it with love. Like, I need you to survive. Let me help you. And you're just like, it just pushes people into further harm, right? So that was a part of the lesson also. I'm getting so many channeled straight messages right now. Yeah, you're no longer going to accept minimal little offers of people breadcrumbing you just to keep you off the market or just to keep you from moving on to your true destination. They know how great you are, okay? This is all coming out now. Throat chakra. You need to speak up for yourself. When someone comes to you and says, oh, yeah. No, these future fakers, right? Oh, yeah, this is what we're going to do. Or I'm going to go take some time to go work on myself now. Meanwhile, they're off having fun with somebody else and lying and manipulating or whatever it is they do. Maybe they're not even doing that, but they're too lazy to really do the work. But then they come back over and over with pretending, oh, no, see, I'm working on myself. And they're just mirroring what you've said. So they sound like, convince you that they're all this. That's as far as relationships, as far as work. Don't take the bottom scrapings. This is a big lesson for you. You've been told so long that your opinion, your wisdom, and everything you have to offer is not of value, that you're just not quite enough, that you actually believed it. That is the biggest form of gaslighting in the entire realm of existence, okay? Your challenge is to always remain seeing past that. And if someone's not offering what you need and want and deserve and have earned, put them back in the oven because the cake's not done. If it comes out and it's meant for you, it'll come back to you. You cannot miss things that are meant for you. This also goes for the accolades that you have coming. You probably missed them a few cycles. This might have been, okay, don't get stuck in this. This was meant for you before. But you stood in your own way by constantly renewing the cycle and not making the change to start to see your value. Therefore, you didn't align with the people who were meant to come into your life and align with you to make your dreams come true. Now, again, time is linear on the 3D planet. It matters not. You took the long way. Do you want to go another year or two of the same cycle? No. So let's learn to love ourselves, right? And forgive ourselves, because it could have gone another 10 years. Let's just be grateful in the moment, realize our worth, love ourselves, and also show gratitude for the part of you that you had to say rest in peace with, because he or she got you to the point you are right now, and they took a beating to get here, okay? So love that version, forgive that version, be grateful for that version that took the bruising to get here, okay? But don't allow this beautiful new version of you to fall into that same pain. You are worth so much more. When you live moment to moment, you've got massive power to make the decisions. You can see clearly everything in front of you. Does it feel good? No. Put it back. Out of my way. Does it feel good? Yes. Let's give it a taste test from a safe, distance. And don't get all crazy. Wow, someone's showing me I'm worth something. Let's not fall for that crap, okay? Let's just be reasonable. Don't be too guarded. Your heart's guarded. Even your jobs, everything. It's all guarded right now. And that's because of what that poor soul went through, that version of you that you had to release, okay? But remember, that's not who you are now. Pull back your power from everybody you gave it to so easily in the past. And not just that, but trust in yourself. You were taught to believe you couldn't trust yourself and your instincts. You're incredible. You are meant for huge, huge things, okay? It's okay to just live in the moment, but be accountable. No one is to blame for all the stuff you went through other than the person who has all the power, which is you, because you make your own decisions whether you allow it in your life or not. This is not just, calling you out, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying be aware and empower yourself to realize no one can force you into anything. You have to allow it based on beliefs about yourself. You have to allow it by not having healthy boundaries. You have to allow it by not accepting how worthy you are of only the best, which is what your birthright is to be here. You're in the service of the universe. You are co-creating through the universe, and you are doing it from a place of love. Do you not think that has massive value to your God, creator, source? You're damn right it does. So don't for a second let anybody convince you that you are not worth what feels the best for you. And you know what? People toss around this twin flame soulmate stuff all the time. And yes, we could have definitely a contract coming here. Some of them, though, we're meant to learn off of. Doesn't mean we're going to end up with them. And if they can't get their crap together and show up right, then don't think for a second life won't give you something a lot more magnificent that will do the work and not play with your heart. That will show up the way you need. And if a job's not working out, don't think for a second that the source that created worlds will not come up with a better option for you as soon as you take the leap of faith, because you can't hold on to all of it or it's not going to provide. You have to make a choice. I mean, I gave up my jobs with no backup, no safety net, because I knew I'm going to get burned with another tower. I made boundaries. I stood my ground and I said, you know what? Enough is enough. At my age, I know this is not the way. I'm not going to accept this behavior and treatment. And I gave up my jobs. I have bills. I have bills still. Who doesn't have bills to pay, right? I didn't have a big pocket full of cash sitting on the side. No, I had blind faith in my ability. And with my guardian angels and spirit team, we're going to get through this. And we're going to see it through, because I know damn well there's no way that my God, my creator, my universe, my spirit guides were going to set me up to fail or settle. And that was my test. And as soon as I took that plunge and went, okay, guys, let's do this, and I had to believe in faith, even though there were rough times, there were hard decisions to make. Some of it I had to release some stuff. I had to sell some of my belongings. I had to do my part too, whenever it presented itself. But don't think for a second that you're not going to come out the other end unscathed, because you literally led from your heart and said, I love myself enough to know that anything that's been created by Source, God, they would never stand for this. Not in jobs, not in relationships, and things always work out in your best, okay? I'm telling you, you hear this cliche all the time. Oh, everything is not working, it's not happening to me, it's happening for me. It's true, though. It's true. You are literally, as long as you are making decisions that best reflect who you are and who you want to be, deep at the core, you will always end up creating that reality. It all lines up for you. You just need to be firm in it and love yourself, have the boundaries, and say, if you can't get past here, I don't care if it's going to break my heart for 3 minutes, 3 days, or 5 years. I'm still not going to lower my standards. It would never be 5 years. Okay? I'm going to take the short-term pain and tears so I don't have a lifetime of missed opportunities and settling for anything less than I deserve. You get one round at this lifetime. How are you going to do it? All right, being called to do one more card. Chatty Cathy's going on. Chatty Cathy. All right, let's smile big. Breathing in through your nose. Touch the screen twice. Give me some loving, guys. Give me some energy. I'm going to put it right into here. Please, for the collective that's watching this, let's tap into their higher self and see what message they need to really reflect on before we take this to its end. What do they need to really focus and think about, contemplate, and meditate on when we close this out? Don't cry over the past too long, because cry, yes, accept the losses, realize you are going to have everything you lost given back to you and some, because you're finally making the right decisions. You are a child of the Creator, a child of God, and they know this is tough. They want you to cry it out, to get it out of your system, because what awaits you is so much more than grieving, than what you're grieving, what you've lost. And you're going to see that. It's going to come later. You're going to really see it, how nothing worked out there, because what you have coming is way more than our limited mind could possibly conceive of, okay? But grieve the loss. Do not get in the head about it. Don't allow it to hold you prisoner, because you don't want to miss what's being offered. You're not seeing it because you're still looking back, okay? And trust me, I've had to learn this lesson. Trust me, precious soul. You won't miss what's meant for you, but you will go another cycle if you don't start looking in the moment at what's being offered. Check your emails, check the mail, come out of your little sadness, look around. Okay, there's something that's being offered to you that's so much more. Release the past. Okay? Allow yourself space to heal, but release the past and know that it's already lined up. You took the understanding in that time, in that space that you were held up, okay? Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is the ultimate happiness. Look at the sun card. Oh my gosh. 19, 1, or 9 also might have a meaning, okay, guys? January, September, I don't know. But let your inner child shine. Be true to that inner child that didn't have somebody parenting it properly when you needed it. Don't allow your insecurities and your negative beliefs about yourself be the way you parent that inner child now. You're the adult. You are meant for so many amazing things that they're divinely guided. The sun, this is God, okay? They're divinely guided, and your spirit guides are so excited. They're telling me they can't wait for you to finally get this. You earned it, and they've been waiting to give this to you. Yeah, it's coming in fast. You're going to love this. And Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh. And, oh my goodness. Okay, I've got Queen of Cups. So this is like the most loving, nurturing person ever. Oh my gosh, so loving and nurturing that you're probably the doormat, and that's why you never gave up. You just kept going and heard it, taking the pain instead of really facing how much love and respect you really deserved and the boundaries. Okay? And there's also a Queen of Wands. I feel like you're kind of combining the two aspects. This could be male or female, okay? But it's like you've gone from complete love to everybody, the nurturing, beautiful, motherly, to someone who now has that, the Queen of Cups to the Queen of Wands, someone who has that still, but also now embraces their passionate side and pours it into themselves in career and everything, because you're starting to realize that you have to do it for yourself. No one's going to do it for you. And once you do it for yourself, you're going to be in alignment with the ultimate happiness and fulfillment. This is what's going to do it. You have to give it all to you first. Give that love that you've been denied, okay? Give everything to yourself first and focus on what brings you passion in your heart, your career, your hobbies, all of that. And then watch how things align and how the right counterpart finds their way to you, how the right job lines up for you, how the right friends line up for you. Let go of everything else that doesn't resonate, guys. Okay, right under that. Oh my gosh, this is getting better and better. I've got the Knight of Wands, so this is a very passionate, charming person. Sometimes a little flirty. Just make sure, when this comes, make sure it's ripe enough for you. Does it need to go back in the oven? So this could be somebody coming to help you with your career and your dreams and goals, right? Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. But remember, there could be an age difference, but sometimes there's still a level of maturity that needs to happen with the Knight, okay? So again, use your discernment. Sorry, what do I got here? Yeah, and be patient. So with the Page of Swords, be patient. Don't allow yourself to go into just all excited because something new is being offered. You don't necessarily have to take that first offer. Remember, we learned that, guys. We learned that. Don't take the quickest offer going, oh, wow, finally. Stop. Give yourself time to consider it. Feel your way through. And there it is. There's the Nine of Cups, okay? Again, fulfillment. Trust in yourself. Anybody who really is good for you, or any job that's really good for you, will allow you a little bit of time to consider it. Don't just think it out. Feel it out. Does this feel like it's in alignment with my highest purpose, my biggest dreams, where I want to be? Okay? I'm so proud of you. Yeah, there's going to be so many burdens released. Use your discernment. That's why you were given that. That's why you went through all the crap in the past, is to have heavy discernment so that you could really advocate for yourself, know what you want to be, know what you want to do, never settle for less, Create healthy boundaries of what you've been shown what you don't want. Show the universe. When something comes to you that you don't feel is up to what you're looking for, show by example. No thanks. That's what they need to see. Got it. You want better? We'll send you something better. Trust in yourself. I'm sending you so much love. So much love and light and healing because I'm so proud of you. You were held in just long enough that it's like that elastic that was pulled back and now, whoa, you're gone. Do your thing, but do it in your speed, to your standards, and don't settle for a single thing less.